This first news story comes to us from GameSpot, written by Eddie McCooch. You can stream Xbox games in a new way today. Microsoft and Nvidia have teamed up to allow users to launch Xbox games directly from Xbox.com via cloud streaming through Nvidia GeForce Now. Already supported games could be launched through Microsoft's own cloud gaming service, but now users will have the option to stream via GeForce Now instead. According to Forbes and others, selecting GeForce Now simply redirects users to the GeForce Now website. For a more optimal experience, many recommend downloading the GeForce Now app. The app has more settings in the browser version and is generally understood to be a better experience. One of the sticking points of Microsoft getting the deal done to buy Activision Blizzard was around cloud gaming and streaming. To get the deal done, Microsoft made several assurances to regulators that the company would only allow users to stream games through Microsoft's own streaming service, but also through a range of third-party providers like Nvidia, Boosteroid, and Ubisoft. All GeForce Now memberships are half off right now as a part of the summer sale, bringing the price of its ultimate plan down to $10 a month or $50 a year. The subscription tier supports up to 4K, 240 FPS. While there are less expensive subscription options too, they have scaled back features and functionality. Streaming is a big focus for Xbox going forward as the company looks to expand the reach of the Xbox beyond the platform itself. Another major streaming development, Microsoft just added streaming support to the Amazon Fire Stick TV devices, and you can get a bundle that has everything you need for under $100. Did you see that for the Prime Day? Amazon was selling
the Fire Stick.
It was the Xbox-less Xbox bundle where you got an Amazon Fire Stick, a gift card for like 3 months of Game Pass, a controller. And the idea is like, so you can play Xbox games all, without the Xbox.
It's a smart play. It's a great play.
Totally. So this got me super stoked. A lot of people are gonna be like, all right, big whoop, whatever. I can stream through Xbox if I want. Yes, you can if you're willing to pony up if you listen to last week's episode, the now $20 subscription, because Game Pass Ultimate is going up. And it is up for new subscribers now. So, streaming has always been tied to that top dollar tier, where with this, potentially, you could have a cheaper tier either at console or PC. Like in my case, I was thinking like, oh man, a PC, all right, the new PC price is what, like $11 or $12. And then I had a subscription to this for a long time. I was even part of the beta, so I have like the founder's pricing. It was only like $5 or $6 a month. Like, oh man, like I'm basically back at the original Game Pass Ultimate price of like $16 or $17. But not only can I stream Xbox games, but I can also stream Steam games and Epic games, and like the list goes on. Like GeForce Now supports a lot of the storefronts on PC. So it's like, man, like I basically have Game Pass for everything, not just Xbox Game Pass. I basically have this Game Pass out, like games out the wazoo that I could have access to right away. I don't know. I know this was kind of like expected to happen because it was all part of like the court cases that went on before the sale and stuff like that. But it just got me super stoked. I guess it was something I forgot about and I was really excited for. Have you ever tried out either GeForce Now or the Xbox cloud streaming service?
So I haven't tried GeForce Now, but I have tried Xbox cloud streaming. And I can tell you, of the cloud streaming services, when there was that big war, them, Stadia, Amazon, Luna,
PlayStation Now tried to get in there.
PlayStation Now. Xbox cloud gaming was miles ahead of all the rest of them. Easily.
Yeah. Yeah. That was my experience as well. Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just really, for what you got, clear picture, low latency, all that. So it makes sense that they would want to continue to, push that. It's interesting that they are not not necessarily not relying, but reaching out to other partners like GeForce to kind of strengthen that rather than continue to invest on their own merits. you know?
Well, again, I think it comes down to, though, like the promise they made during the court rulings and stuff. They said they would allow their games to stream on other platforms. So this is part of that. So they kind of didn't have a choice in the matter necessarily.
Right.
But,
fair enough.
But yeah, I'm glad they at least picked, you know, a good streaming service, because as we were just saying like a minute ago, like, or you were saying, like, yeah, this Xbox cloud gaming was always miles ahead of the other ones. But let me tell you, GeForce Now was right on par with them. Like when Cyberpunk came out and it was unplayable everywhere, I was playing it through GeForce Now with like 0 latency, and it worked perfectly, because basically you were running at like a top of the line PC. Like you were streaming the game over the top of the line PC somewhere in an Nvidia server farm somewhere, whereas it's using the best GPU, the best CPU, the best everything. And so like everyone else was having issues playing Cyberpunk, and I'm like, it's running fine for me because I was streaming it over the internet basically, and it was great. I loved it. That was the only way to play, because if you had on my PC at home, could not handle it. And obviously we all know like the console versions were just a disaster. So GeForce Now is up there with streaming services. Like I would say that it's easily on par with the cloud gaming, if not even better, just in the fact of feature wise. Like you have access to so many other libraries. Like it's not just Xbox, it's also Steam, it's also Epic, it's also, you know, I think they've added GOG on there as well. But yeah, I don't know, this got me all sorts of excited. I a lot of the subscription I've canceled in the last few months due to finances and stuff, but it's like, oh man, like it got me excited. Like, all right, once I'm able to, like, sounds like an awesome
back at it
investment. I guess something I'm curious about, I realized I never really looked into it, but I wonder if there's a GeForce app for like Steam Deck, because that would be super slick to be able to stream off.
I mean, I feel like there should be, right? If Valve is always talking about the spirit of competition, and the market will decide.
Shocked if there isn't. So, because that was always one of the issues, not the issues, but the hiccups you'd run into is not being able to play Game Pass games on the Steam Deck. Because there isn't you can't use a cloud gaming app. Well, you can, but it's a lot of like back end, like you got to mess with it. You got a borderline, like, I don't know, people are going to come at me in the comments and be like, it's not that hard. It's more difficult than it needs to be. I wish it was just an app you could just go click and then you have it. It's not. It's like a whole bunch of back end stuff you got to do in desktop mode, where it's like, oh, if there's a GeForce Now app that you can just like install real quick and easy. Oh man, there you go. Now you have access to all your Game Pass games and everything else super easy. So I don't know, obviously, if that's for sure works, but now I want to look into that. That's definitely something I'm interested in checking out, see if it's available on my Steam Deck. Yeah, this is exciting. I'm glad this is happening. For those of you watching the stream or watching on YouTube, here's a little screenshot of what happened. So basically from the Xbox website, when you click play with cloud, it gives you both options right there. It says Xbox Cloud Gaming or Nvidia GeForce Now. It's awesome.
There you go.
So cool. So cool. So easy.
Thank you so much for watching that clip from our podcast. Remember, if you want to watch the full episode, link will be in the description below. You can click on that and check it out. We got listener questions. We got more news segments. We got what you playing. We got a lot of fun things. So yeah, more than just the news. There's a lot more to the show that you should go check out. So remember, click that link in the description. Check out that full episode.